we'll start talking about more like recently and what inspired this whole fitness journey. Obviously, you were athletic,
Yes,
and you love playing sports. Talk about how you got into actual like the fitness journey.
You know what? It wasn't until I joined corrections because I was in law enforcement and border patrol. I got into corrections, and my coworkers, these guys were huge. So there was a gentleman, Rafael Gallegos. He reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I know somebody stronger and bigger than you, another female." And I was like, as cocky as I was like, "No way, who is she?"
Yeah.
So I went up to Steel Fitness. Susan Salazar, shout out Susan. She was my coach, with her wife, Leo the Lion. These ladies are amazing. I met Sue and her body was just phenomenal. I was like, where have you been? I've never seen any females looking like this in El Paso ever. She's, a pro athlete, Navy vet. So yeah, I saw her. She started training me and she got me ready for my first show.
Nice.
In 4 months. Yeah. She was like, let's get it. So the intensity, the love was there. So yeah, amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
So at that time you were you kind of lifting at the time? I mean, you've always been really athletic and kind of really slender.
I mean, that was my problem. So I was naturally skinny, couldn't put on muscle. I mean, I'm eating burgers, chili cheese fries before track meets. You know what I'm saying? I never really took fitness and health to that degree. So I had to really learn how to diet.
Yeah.
And she taught me all of that from A to Z. So 2016, I started competing, did my first show. I was here in El Paso at the McGoffin Auditorium. And I took first place. It was against, Michelle Contreras. Shout out to Michelle and Scott Warman at Warman's Gym. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a different world. Yeah. So going from athletics to bodybuilding, totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And since then, 2016, I've been trying to kill it, trying to get it.
That's cool. I just like that, like we were kind of just chopping it up before we started recording. Just like meeting the right type of people in your life. And all of a sudden you get like interested about something else.
Yes.
And then for you met somebody who's already genuinely has knowledge and everything about that. And that sparked that interest in you. And you full send. Yes. And they saw the fact that you were really trying to do something with this.
Potential. Because a lot of us, it's sports, you need money. You need sponsorships. You need to meet the right people at the right time. And these people were just there at the right time. It was perfect. And they didn't mind expelling their knowledge and helping me out every step of the way.
Yeah. I like that 4 months in, you said, I'll fucking compete.
Yeah, she did. It's like once a coach looks at you and they can either tell you can make it or not, like that's what I love. Yeah. There was no holds barred. She was straightforward. Like if you're not going to make it on stage, there's no point in getting on there. Straight up. So she was like, hey, I think you can do it. Let's get it done. So I was like, all right.
Yeah. So how did you feel when you were, obviously you had the mentor, the ladies that were helping you out. Talk about like focusing like your state of mind, like your mentalness to really like, oh shit, I'm a really fucking do this.
Yeah.
So talk about kind of how you geared yourself.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
The dieting and just getting all into that.
That's the hardest part. So diet is the hardest part. Working out is fun. Okay. When the calories start dropping, the deficit kicks in, and then it's really a more mental game then, because you got to push forward. Yeah. Animosities come in, all kinds of things. You have to eat at certain times. You're dealing with family members that don't eat the way you eat. Yeah. Friends, social events have to stop. Your whole social life is just at a did stop. And you're either going to continue on with your goals or you're not. Yeah. It's that simple. So
I like that you said that, because I can relate to that to a certain extent, because when you start doing something that people can't relate to, it sucks. Yes. You know what I mean? Because you have a vision doing something that somebody has no idea about.
Right.
And sometimes like getting the support or the understanding is not there, because a lot of people like will pursue a journey and they're like, well, I didn't have my friends or my family because they didn't know about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
The fact that you were like, I'm still going to do this.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of, my family and my friends that they don't understand the dieting, the training and stuff like that. I just feel like the willpower to have that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? The willpower to have that. I respect that, because I feel like for the longest time I was like doing this content thing and everybody's like, what are you doing? You're trying to be famous. You're trying to do all this. You get all this like
negativity.
Yeah. They're just like, or they just were projecting. I was just like, why are you giving me a hard time for pursuing something that I want to do?
Yes. Because your dream's your dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your biggest supporter should be you.
Yeah.
Yeah.